Sup, y'all? Let's do this. It's time for the stream. Let's do this. Bum, 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 bum. You know, one of the weird things I have to do, kind of, since quarantine started, because I've been, obviously just been at home, I haven't been doing anything. Uh, I have to, I have to make sure that I'm wearing different shirts every time you guys see me, because that's dangerous. If I like came to the stream and every single time I came to the stream I was wearing the same thing, um, then that would kind of be you'd be like, wow, Justin's a freaking animal. So here's what you need to do. You need to pull out your phone. You need to go to Kahoot.it. You need to type in the room code. You need to come up with a creative name that's not inappropriate. And you need to get ready to freaking showdown, bro. Mm-mm, mm-mm. Are you ready? You better be. Throw a link, throw something in chat so I know who's in here. I want to know. I hope that my computer can handle what's going down right now. Seems like it's running pretty slowly. Yeah, jump in. I know people are getting tired of Kahoots, but trust me, it's just different questions every time. Hey, Turtle Birtle. Hey, Andrew. Explain in the chat why your name is Turtle Birtle, though. Have you had a turtle named Birtle? Have you? Hopefully, the answer is yes. The more epic O. Not the more epic one, the more epic O. There we go. Can you guys hear? Can you guys hear the music? Oh, just good. He just went back to the normal one. Bum 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 bum. If you want to think that, tell me the actual story though. I'm only seeing 3 people in here. Soccer 13. Get the rest of your family in here. I want them in here so that you have more people to dominate. Oh, I should post this in the. Yeah, I figured. Oh, Dallas was trying to make his name the more epic. Well, so then where's Dallas? Where's your name now? I don't see anything. For those of you that don't know or don't pay attention, the League of Legends finals, North American finals, are going on right now. Cloud9 is winning, which is good. We want them to win. It's on ESPN. Oh, it was just a random thought, Turtle. Turtle Birdle. I'm still waiting for more people. Jump in. Get in the game. Sorry, I'm setting my computer up so that when it doesn't overheat, because this thing is struggling to run. Oh, the more creative one, more likely, more like, I guess. King Cow's in here. Where's Emma? Get Emma in here. I see 8 people watching, so I should see at least 8 people. But I know there's more, because I know some people are just watching on one device. So get in here. Jump in. Let's go. This one is all about cell phones, guys. So yeah, you're quizzing about cell phones on a cell phone. It's like freaking Inception, dude. And then we have one more after this too. All right, I'm gonna start this one. If people want to join in, want to come in late. Oh wait, we just lost. We just lost 2 people. What happened? Taking a picture for the gram, the Instagram. Now I gotta find a good gift, guys. All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna start this one. If you want to join in, they can join in the middle. Move the face cam so we can see all the answers. Heck no, no. Heck no. I actually don't have all the answers up anyway. How do we keep losing people? We're missing the normal epic one now. Where is you? Where is Emma Delcamp? Where's Chicken Nuggets? Where is Paige? Where is everyone? Where is Caroline? Why isn't Caroline in here? Where is Tony? Where are all these people? Where's St. Mark Sr.? Where's everyone? Why isn't Meg playing? She would destroy. I'll blast you with it. Alright, I'm going to start it. If you want to join in the middle, let's go. 12 questions. Are you ready? The pin is down in the corner. If you want to join in, down in the left corner. What company made the first cell phone in 1973? Game pin's down in the corner. If you want to join in, Kahoot.it. Let's go. Yeah, I don't got a lot of time. Oh, I'll make myself a little smaller. Motorola, guys, they made the crazy ones that were like freaking bricks or briefcases. All right, let's do this. If you want to join in, now's the time. 1915-53. Soccer 13 is the only one that got that right. Already off to a big old lead. First smartphone was made in 2001, 2007, 1999, 1992. This is different from the last question. So that was cell phone. This is smartphone. $1992. If you guys feel like you're behind, try and refresh your page. You might get a little bit better connection. All right. Next question. Who got this right? No one got this right. Is there more people in here now? I don't know. No one got this right. That's weird. All right. If you want to join in, like I said, game keys down here. Better answer quick. Move face cam so you can see all the answers. I did. Alright, I guess I can put myself up here. IBM, guys. IBM. My mom used to work for IBM. Cool thing. Oh, wait, I'm clicking on the wrong thing. Next. Ooh, the more epic one. Dallas coming in hot. 1915-53 if you want to join. Let's go. True, false. More people in the world own cell phones than toothbrushes. What do you think? What do you think? True. 3 people got it right. The epic one. The King Cow. The epic one is apparently more epic than the more epic one. Oh, you can't see the points now. Guys. Psh. Oh, wow. China. 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 There we go. Boom, bam. You guys don't need to see the timer anyway because it's on your phones. Soccer 13. Just getting more and more freaking epic. Oh, now you guys can see the scoreboard. Guys, this is horrible. I should have never listened to Mark. I should have just kept it the way it was. I'll just make myself smaller. You guys don't even care about me anyway. You guys should care about my face more than your answers, alright? Next question. 6 out of 12. What mobile app has the most users in 2017? YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Facebook. People thought Snapchat, guys. I would have thought YouTube, because if you remember, YouTube was on every single phone, every single iPhone. It was like built in. But then they got rid of that. But I thought people would have just left it on there, like everyone just have YouTube. But Facebook. Ooh, the epic one coming in close. If you want to join, you can still join. 19, 15, 53 is the game pin. What is the most downloaded game of all time on iOS? Fruit Ninja, Subway Surfers, Candy Crush Saga, or Clash of Clans? Stoney would have liked this question. Where's Stoney? We don't know. Where is he? I don't know. Oh, y'all thought it was Fruit Ninja? It's Candy Crush. The old people go crazy for Candy Crush, and some young people, but mostly old people. I myself have never played it. No one got that right. What? Who makes more purchases on mobile, men or women? I don't know. It's a great question. That's probably why it's in here. Ooh, all you guys said women. The answer is men. Guys, that's the only time I buy stuff is mobile. Andrew Craig still hasn't got a question right. Boo. How many times, on average, does an American check their phone during the day? 30 times, 50 times, 80 times, 105 times. You guys, if you have iPhones, you can see the like pickup. You can see your like pickup percentage. 80 times. No one got that right. This is hard. This is struggling. Hi, Sony. How many times do American millennials check their phone each day? So this is millennials. How many times do millennials check their phone? What do you guys think? It's not. It's like kind of me. I think it's a little bit older than me though. I think it's a like generation before me. Ooh, 125. No one got it right. Everyone said 125. It's the most. What percentage of smartphone users would rather lose their voice than their phones for a day? Man, would rather lose their voice than their phones? I feel like I would rather lose my voice on my phone. Because, like, you can do a lot with your phone, but if you lose your voice, it's like, I just stay home and sit on my phone all day. 40% is right, too. You guys got it right. The epic one is overtaken Katura. Alright, last question. Blank is fear of being away from your smartphone. Something phobia. What phobia? Nomophobia? Plaganophobia? Cyberphobia? Neophobia. Two people got it right. Let's see the standings. King Cow is third. Soccer 13 is second. Wow. 4 out of 12 questions right wins it. That's failing. But congratulations, the epic one. The more epic one came in fourth, so you're obviously still more epic than them. Alright. That is that one. We're going to leave. We got one more. This one I think is even harder. So this one is like all about top songs and music artists from the year 2000. Andrew didn't get a single question right. Oof. From the year 2000 to the year 2019. My computer's struggling right now. Alright, y'all. Jump in. Let's do this. I want more players. All of you failed, technically. No one even had 50%. Someone say, can you guys hear the music? One player in. Dallas is in here. He's not the more epic one this time. This is so hard for me. I get like distracted. There's like little things that happen in my house. I'm like, what? What is that? I better see Stony and Emma Delcamp in here this time, or I'm gonna flip my whole desk and just explode everything. Oh, if Justin Dean doesn't win this whole thing, whoever's Justin Dean is dead to me. You guys can't hear the music? Okay, it must just be in my headphones. That's fine. It's not annoying then. Actually, I'll unplug it because it's probably just awkward just hearing me talk. There we go. Hopefully you guys can hear the music now. I still don't see Emma. Still don't see Stony. Couture, you better go get him. Same thing, Mark. Better go get him. We can't hear it. Or now you guys can hear it. Good. Boom, freaking bam, dude. How many of you guys watch the Quarantine Chronicles? How many, right in chat, how many of you guys would like another Quarantine Chronicles? Right in chat. If you would or would not. Alright. Ready? We're gonna start this. Because we are gonna try and get through this. This one's a lot longer, so if you want in partway through. Oh, Stony is Justin Dean. Interesting. Alright. This one's longer. It's 24 seconds or 24 questions. So you have chances to come back. This one, simple matter of opinion. If you want to join, the game pin is 534-6926. Something else. Write in the chat what the something else is. No one said rap. Man, rap's my favorite. So write in the chat what is the something else. Times 2 points. Complete the lyrics. Most popular song of 2019. I'm going to take my horse to the old town road, the big old farm, the rodeo, the deep green valley. I like the deep green valley, but I also like the big old farm. I'll take my horse to the big old farm. That one's way better. Way better. Yeah, hopefully you guys all got in here. Justin Dean is in the second place. You better win this. Open end, you gotta type it in. It's times 2 points. The most popular song of 2018 was In My Feelings from which artist? I'll tell you, it starts with a D. Type your answers. You better type your answers, y'all. Only 3 people got their answers in? Did anyone get it right? Justin Dean, Dirk, Drake. No one got it right. You guys didn't know that? I'm proud of you guys for not knowing that. What is the title of the most popular song in 2017? Believer, It Ain't Me, I'm the One, Shape of You. If you want to join, 534-6926. Down in the bottom corner. You will not be down very much. There has not been a lot of right answers. Shape of You. 2 people got it right. Boom, bam. And it was the top 2 people. Way to go, Justin Dean. Proud of you. You better win this. In 2016, the most popular song was called Love Blank. Love yourself, love you, love me, love us. Well, yeah, she gotta dance. She gotta jam out. Love yourself. Oh, everyone got it right. Good job. Oh, there's a lot of changing based on timing there. Still a close game. What type of music was Bruno Mars singing about the top song in 2015? City jazz, midnight boogie, uptown funk, downtown hip hop. What is it? What is it? He's so short, it's ridiculous. 4 people got it right. Only 4 people answered. Soccer 13 is just faster than Justin Dean, but Justin Dean, I mean, I am slow, but that's not me. 2014 was the year Happy from Pharrell Williams became the top song. True or false? 2014 was when I graduated high school. Alright, what's the answer? One person said false. I bet that one person said false was Dallas because he goes against the grain. Look at this. Look at this. We have a tight race. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis sang about a blank in the top song of 2013. About a get lucky, about a thrift shop, about applause, or about a blurred lines. Four people, everyone got it right. It's just all about the timing. Who brought out the top song of 2012, Somebody That I Used to Know, together with Kimbro? Drake, Josh Turner, Ed Sheeran, or Goatee? I don't know if I said the last one right. I think that's how you say it. But I'm not 100% sure. 2012. 4 people said Ed Sheeran. No, it was not. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Who sang the most popular song in 2011, Rollin' in the Deep? Hint, her name has 5 letters. You better get this one right. Because this is just a hit. She's my guilty pleasure artist. All I listen to, no one else knows that I listen to. Better hurry up and type it in. Get it in! Sally. 2 people got it right. It was Adele. Come on, Adele. Oh, wow. I feel like Sony and Soccer 13, Justin Dean and Soccer 13 are doing this together. They get all the same ones right. Most popular song of 2010 was from which artist? Rihanna, Nelly, Kesha, or Taylor Swift? Ooh, this is kind of difficult. I don't really know this one. Rihanna, Nelly, Kesha, or Taylor Swift? It was Kesha, guys. 5 people said Taylor Swift. I probably would have guessed Taylor Swift too. No one got that right. Puzzle. So you have to organize it. Times 2 points. Put these hits from 2010 to 2019 in chronological order. Wrecking Ball, Hotline Bling, Just the Way You Are, and Despacito. I don't really know all the words to that. I just know the tune. If you guys hear like a weird noise in the background of my house, it's my dog. He's chewing on his phone because he's super bored. Well, you couldn't hear me. I said it a couple times. 100% of people got it right. Just the Way You Are, Wrecking Ball, Hotline Bling, Despacito. Oh wait, no one got it right? I don't know. No, I didn't see any movement. Which famous song came out with Boom Boom Pow. That became the top song in 2009. 2009, I was in middle school. Boom, 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 gotta get that. Boom, 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 gotta get that. Boom, 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 gotta get that. Boom, boom, boom. Good job. The two of you that got that right. Ooh, Soccer 13 got it right. Justin Dean, you got to beat her. What was the title of the most popular song in 2008? Viva La Vida, So What, Low, or Disturbia? This is old. Yeah, it's from 2000 to 2019. So it's a big range. Because it'd be super easy if it was just recent stuff. You guys would remember that. You gotta go with some older stuff. Viva La Vida, no, it was Low. None of you guys got that one. True or false? In 2007, Rihanna released the top song Irreplaceable. Three people got it right. False. False. The epic one is coming in here. No need to answer this time. Beyonce released the song Irreplaceable, and the song was her second studio album. In 2006, the most popular song was Bad Day, Chasing Cards, Promiscuous, or Unfaithful. I have no idea. In 2006, I only listened to Skillet. If you don't know what Skillet was, now I feel old. Bad Day. Two people got it right. I'm surprised you knew that. King Cow and the epic one. You just guessed probably. Open-ended. You gotta type it in. What female artist performed the top song of 2005 called We Belong Together? Type her first name. This is gonna be hard. I don't even know this. Oh wait, if you can see the picture, that will help a lot. Oh, I know this. Now I know this. Come on, you guys are seeing the whole picture now. You gotta know who that is. Who's that Taylor? That's not Taylor Swift. Mariah Carey, guys. Mariah Carey. None of you guys got it right. That was clearly Mariah Carey. If you guys don't know who Mariah Carey is, then now I feel really old. Who released the top song of 2004 called Yeah? Ludacris, Drake, Lil Jon, or Usher? You know how you can tell that this picture is not from 2004? That guy right there. He's wearing one of those biker hats. That's not at all what he was wearing in 2004. Plus he's got a bicep tattoo. Usher, Lil Jon, and Ludacris. So everyone technically got it right. Justin Dean, we don't do second. We do first. So you better get these next 5 questions right. This one is double points. Put these 2000, 2009 songs in chronological order of when they were released. Umbrella, Boom Boom Pow, Yellow, and Since You've Been Gone. See Meg singing over there. It's just catchy. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. That one in. Since You've Been Gone. Oh, is that what Yellow is? I don't think that's what Yellow is.
Black and Yellow.
No, it just says Yellow.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's Black. Black and Yellow is a different song.
Yeah,
Black and Yellow, Black and Yellow. Katura and Stoney are working together. Hey, whatever gets Justin Dean ahead, gotta do it, gotta do it. 0% right. It's Yellow, Since You've Been Gone, Umbrella, Boom Boom Pow. Come on, guys. This one was harder, I told you. 2003's most popular song was from 50 Cent called Candy Shop, Pimp, In the Club, or Many Men. You got the DJ. It is. It really is hard. Some of these I don't even know. Yeah. Okay, you guys are all inappropriate. It's In the Club, guys. Open-ended. You gotta write this one in. The one-word band sang the top song of 2002, How You Remind Me. Other hits like Rockstar and Photograph, which is a meme, guys. Look at this photograph. And Rockstar, hey now, you're a rockstar. Get show on, get paid. Come on, it's in the picture, guys. Jeez Louise. It's in the picture. Who has it still not answered? If people get this one wrong, I'm going to be sad. We Will Rock You. Guys, the Beatles? Elvis? Guys, Nickelback. Come on. Come on now. 2 questions left. The top song of 2001 was Hanging On by a Moment from Lifehouse, Destiny's Child, Enrique Iglesias, or Jennifer Lopez. Lifehouse. One person got it right. They must have been really low in the standings because nothing moved. Last question. What was the top song of 2000 called From Faith Hill? There You'll Be, The Kiss, The Way You Love Me, and Breathe. Emma got it. Good job, Emma. Breathe. I don't think I've ever heard that song. Who got this one right? Alright, we'll see. The Podium. The Podium. King Cow coming in third. Boom Bam. Justin Dean second. Soccer 13. Obviously in the win. Alright. Good job, y'all. Alright. Turn with me. I'm going to close this out, guys. Turn with me in your Bibles. To Genesis 15. Genesis 15. Okay, well, here's the thing. I want to move this. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to leave this. Genesis 15. I'm going to change it so that my face is bigger and to the side. Oh, that's not what I want to do. Alright, Genesis 15. I'm going to grab some headphones right here just so they can hear the chat or hear whatever's going on, blah, blah, blah. So, hopefully you guys got a chance to tune in this morning to either Tommy's message, Pastor Tommy's message, or Noble's message. But they were both super, super awesome. And we as a church, we're looking to transition kind of into the book of Exodus, which is really, really cool. And one of the things that we were kind of talking about this week, and Tommy kind of brought it up, and I thought it was really, really an interesting thought. He was kind of talking about the idea of Abraham's covenant with Abraham, which I thought was really cool. Man, hold on. I gotta grab my dog's bone because he's throwing it all around. He's getting real crazy. Sorry, he's like just tossing around, going buck wild. Um, so he was talking about Abraham's covenant with the Lord's covenant with Abraham, and I always love the story of Abraham because it's one that's like kind of referred back to so often in the Bible. You know, people are constantly talking about it in the Old Testament. People are constantly referring to the New Testament, like within the Gospels, talking about Jesus, and then even more so when people like Paul are kind of addressing either Jewish people or trying to get people to understand the covenant and how this idea of faith works. And one of the things that I think gets overlooked, it's kind of a story that doesn't get looked at a lot, is the story of God kind of establishing that covenant. And Tommy talked about it this morning, and I want to read it for you guys and then explain a little bit of the details behind it, and then kind of explain how that idea and what God showed us in his covenant with Abraham, how that can apply and how it moves over to our lives and the significance that it means for us every single day. So I'm going to read, follow along with me, and then I'll talk to you guys about it. Or I'm going to pray, and then we'll talk about it. After this, the word of the Lord came to Abraham in a vision. Do not be afraid, Abraham. I am your shield, your great reward. But Abraham said, Sovereign Lord, what can you give me since I remain childless, and the one who will inherit my estate is Eliezer of Damascus? And Abraham said, You have given me no children, so a servant in my household will be my heir. Then the word of the Lord came to him. This man will not be your heir, but a son who is of your own flesh and blood will be your heir. He took him outside and said, Look up into the sky, count the stars, if indeed you can count them. Then he said to him, So shall your offspring be. Abraham believed the Lord, and he credited it to him as righteousness. If you have been following our Romans series on Wednesday night, that is a very important passage. Because even back in the very beginnings of the Bible, thousands of years before Paul was writing it, they're affirming this idea that we are saved by faith. Because he believed the Lord, it's credited him as righteousness. But let's continue. He also said to him, I am the Lord who brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to take possession of it. But Abraham said, Sovereign Lord, how can I know that I will gain possession of it? So the Lord said to him, Bring me a heifer, a goat, and a ram, each 3 years old, along with a dove and a young pigeon. Abraham brought all these to him, cut them into two, and arranged the halves opposite each other. The birds, however, he did not cut in half, and he left them opposite each other. The birds of prey came down on the carcasses, but Abraham drove them away. As the sun was setting, Abraham fell into a deep sleep, and the thick and dreadful darkness came over him. Then the Lord said to him, Know for certain that for 400 years your descendants will be stranger in a country not their own, and that they will be enslaved and mistreated here. But I will punish the nation that serves as slaves. They serve as slaves, and afterwards they will come out with great possession. You, however, will go to your ancestors in peace and be buried at a good old age. In the fourth generation, your descendants will come back here, for the sin of the Amorites has not yet reached its full measure. When the sun had set and darkness had fallen, a smoking firepot with a blazing torch appeared and passed between the pieces. On that day, the Lord made a covenant with Abraham and said, To your descendants I will give this land from Wadi of the Egypt to the great river, the Euphrates, the land of the Kenites, Kezanites, the Kadmonites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Rephaites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Girgashites, and the Jebusites. So, I'm going to pray, and then we'll talk about it. Lord, thank you for your word. Thank you that it gives us clear truths for our lives, Lord. Thank you that you help us understand it, and then you help us apply it to our lives, Lord. Thank you that you have chosen to speak to us through it, and that you love us enough that you keep your word and keep your promises. In your precious name, Jesus' name, amen. So, first thing I want to kind of show. First thing is God is obviously making a promise to Abraham. And this promise is like really far out there and far-fetched, and it doesn't make a lot of sense. Abraham's like super old at this point, and so the idea of him having a child is really far-fetched. But the thing that is incredible is Abraham believes him, and that belief in what God said He's going to do, the belief that God will do what He promised and is faithful, is credited to Him as righteousness. The belief and trust in God is what saved him and is what continues to bring these blessings upon him. But then the next interesting thing he says is he's giving like a prophecy or God's telling him, like basically Abraham what's going to happen. He's saying they're going to be enslaved to the people that live here. He's in Egypt. They're going to be slave to the Egyptians, and then after 400 years they're going to be taken out, and the Egyptians will be punished, and they're going to come out with a bunch of riches, which ends up happening in Exodus, which is really cool. But the thing that's really significant here, and the thing that kind of gets overlooked because it's pretty weird, is this covenant, this agreement, and how this agreement is played out here in this passage. So it says, "So the Lord said to him, bring me a heifer, a goat, and a ram, each 3 years old, along with a dove and a young pigeon. Abraham brought him all these, and he cut them in half. And he arranged them opposite each other." So basically what he did is he cut the animals in half, and he put each half on each side of each other. So it formed like a path. And the path was designed to be walked through. And so in those days, basically there was no contracts, and because paper and things like that would constantly get misplaced or destroyed back then, they relied on people's words. And so what people would do to enter into agreement was they would make a demonstration for everyone to see. And so when someone wanted to make an agreement, like maybe you're agreeing that your daughter would marry their son, or that you were giving them this property, or whatever the agreement would be, they would organize this, and then each person would walk in between the path that was made by the two carcasses. And everyone would come out and see it, and they would see that this covenant had been made, and that they were going to be held to it. But the thing is, they were split into two to symbolize, basically, if I don't hold my word, if I don't keep my promise or keep to whatever the agreement is, may I end up like these animals. That's essentially what they're saying as they went through this. So it was significant because it was essentially saying, if I don't hold up my end of the bargain, you have the right to kill me. You have the right to end me. And so the Lord telling Abraham to do this was extremely significant, because it was God saying, I promise this, to the point of, basically, if I don't hold to my promise, I'm not God. And so that is, an extreme example in the beginning. Now, we already know that God's faithful. We know that God's faithful because He says that, and He expresses it. And this is one of the clearest ways that He expresses it. The piece of, God is faithful. That is a piece of His character. He is faithful. He keeps His promises. He does what He says He's going to do. But the next thing that is extremely important for us to see is that night, Abraham falls asleep. And it says, the sun was setting, Abraham fell into a deep sleep, and a thick and dreadful darkness came over him. The Lord said to him, He gave him a promise that basically, that this will happen to his descendants, that this will happen to him, that they will not be measured. When the sun had been set and darkness had fallen, a smoking fire pot and a blazing torch appeared, which is symbolizing God. And this is significant because He appears in a very similar way, a pillar of fire, to lead the Hebrews out of Egypt 400 years later. So, in this exact same spot, God appears in the exact same way to the descendants of Abraham to lead them. But what is also significant here is he passed between the pieces. One of the things it doesn't say is Abraham never passes through the covenant. And so what God is saying here is this covenant is not relying on you. Like, what he's saying is, no matter what you do, I will remain faithful. No matter how you choose to act, no matter what you do, there is no conditions. There is nothing that you could do to mess this up. I agree to it, whether you do or not, because I will be faithful, because I keep my promises, because this is not conditional, because my love and my promises hold true and they stand firm. And that's something that is always so encouraging to me. And one of the things that I thought, or kind of this week, I've been mulling through this idea, and then this morning, kind of it all just kind of came together in this culmination as I was praying and thinking about it. But a lot of my thoughts kind of started to stir when I was listening to Dallas talk about his testimony on Friday. So if you had a chance to tune in on Friday to the student stream and watch him, it was really awesome. But one of the things that he kind of talked about was these promises of God, and how when he was really struggling with fear, when he was struggling with a bunch of different things, he remembered the promises of God, and he kept turning to passages or keeping passages near him to help him deal with the things in his life that he was going through. And one of the things that I have recently, probably in the last couple of years, have just really fell in love with is the promises of God. You know, there's awesome things in theology. There's awesome things in the Gospels. There are awesome things throughout all of the Bible. But the thing that always seems to comfort me, especially in times that are extremely difficult, are the promises of God. And the thing that comforts me the most is found in this passage. This idea that God is faithful to me even when I'm not faithful to Him. I have a Bible verse tattooed on my thigh. It's Psalm 118:22. It says, "Stone the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone," and it's the same idea. This idea that we always seem to mess things up. We're always unfaithful. We mess up. We sin. We reject God. We get ashamed or embarrassed that we're a Christian and we don't tell our friends, or we don't say this, or we try and pretend like we're not as Christian-y as we are to seem cool, or whatever it is. We get nervous, we get afraid, we start to worry, we experience anxiety, we experience all these things, these doubts, and we wrestle through sin, we wrestle through all these things. And even though in the grand scheme of things that we have messed up. We've messed up the deal. Like when we become Christians, like we continue to sin, we continue to mess up, and in reality, like to anyone else, that like mess up the deal. You know, it'd be like, oh well, you know, obviously this person can't hold their words, so I'm out of here. Like I don't have to give them eternal life. But the thing that rings true in this passage, and even in the passage of Psalm 118:22, this idea that even though we're unfaithful, even though we reject Christ, even though we break the covenant by sinning, God said it's not based on you. Like it's not based off you. It doesn't matter what you do, because I promised you. You are made my child. You have faith, and it's been credited to you as righteousness. And so you get to share in the promises of God. And those things that I promised to the church, those things that I promised to my people, to my sons and daughters, I'm going to keep them. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you mess it up, because I love you and I'm faithful regardless of whether you're faithful or not. And that is so encouraging when I seem to mess up. It's so encouraging when I'm scared. Like when stuff like COVID-19 is going on, and you know, we're just afraid. We're afraid of what's going to happen with businesses. You know, there's the big march on Lansing the other day. You know, We're afraid of what's going to happen with our families, people getting laid off. We're afraid of our families getting sick, or people, our grandparents dying, or people not being able to get the medical attention they need, or, you know, just anything in our lives. We're afraid, or we wrestle with it, or we don't know what's going on. And the thing is, even though we don't deserve it, we can remember and have faith that God will keep his promises. And one of the things I think I would encourage you guys to do is maybe this week, or maybe just during the rest of the time you're in quarantine, go through and read what promises in the Bible apply to you. Now you'll find promises that don't necessarily apply to you. Like obviously the promise that like your descendants will get land, or that you will live between the Wadi River of Egypt and the Euphrates, like that doesn't apply to you. So you have to go and you have to look, you have to see what applies to you. But go and write those down. Put them on your wall. Put them on your mirror. Put them, in your car or whatever. Tape them to your phone. Remember that God is faithful. So one of the ones that Dallas talked about, and that I have definitely recently found extremely comforting to me, is this one in John 16. So you want to jump with me? I don't know what this is. You want to jump with me over to John 16. It's found at the end. John 16:33. It says, I have told you these things so that you may have peace. In this world you have trouble, but take heart, I will overcome the world. And this idea that God will give us peace. He'll give us peace that passes understanding, which he talks about in Philippians. That he will, that he has overcome the world. Guys, we can have faith. We can remember, and we can cling to the fact that he has overcome the world, and that he promises us peace. That even though we have trouble, we can still take heart and remember that God has given us peace. And he will give us peace if we seek him. Seek him with an earnest heart. Seek him and trust in the Lord. Seek him and trust in his promises. Seek him and trust that he has overcome the world. That he is greater than all these things. Seeing his promises and trusting in the Lord. And I think that's extremely important. So I'd encourage you guys, go and see what promises you find in the Bible that are applying to you. If you find some, text me them. I want to hear from you guys. What are some promises that you found that are either encouraging to you or that get you excited that apply to you? Text them to me. Post them to the Discord. Post them on the YouTube. Whatever. Some questions. Dallas, if Jewish people believe that Jesus is not the Messiah, which would mean their sins were not paid for, why don't they still sacrifice animals? That's a great question. Some of them do. Some of them are looking for the answers, or looking for the Messiah, like anxiously awaiting. And so the idea that if they continue to actively seek to obey the law, that when the Messiah gets here, that he will save them from their sins, whether they are alive or dead. And then some of them just believe that they have held to everything in the law. The law in Leviticus is much more cut and paste, or more like clear defined lines than what Jesus makes it in the New Testament. So for instance, they have a bunch of rules, like they have to wear tassels, they can't wear certain blends, they can't eat certain animals, things like that. But that's very either I did it or I didn't do it, and they have to make atonements for if they did do it. Whereas with Jesus took things in the New Testament where it's yeah, you've read that you shouldn't murder, but if you're angry with someone, then you've committed murder in your heart. And so he took it a step further, where it's well, my anger was right. Jesus was angry, but he was angry for a righteous reason. But then there's people who are angry for unrighteous reasons. Or if you looked at a woman with lust, you've committed adultery in your heart. Well, a Jewish person would be like, well, no, you'd actually have to have the physical act of like having sex with that person would be considered adultery. Whereas Jesus is like, no, it's more of a heart issue. So the lines are much more black and white. So a lot of times it's like you can either like are good, like you actually held to him, like I didn't have sex with another person, I didn't commit adultery, so I'm good, or I didn't murder someone, so I'm good. With them, if they mess up, it's much more easy to see, and so they feel like they mess up less, and they've held to the law better, and so they can make atonement through like not sacrificing animals or other ways like paying the temple and things like that. That's a good question. Any other questions on what we're talking about before we wrap up for the night? Any other questions? All right. So before we close, just a couple of reminders. If you need to get on the Discord, get on the Discord. Text someone to ask them. I haven't found a person for Friday this week yet. Text them. Get on the Discord. Wednesday night we have Bible study. We're gonna have something really cool planned for Wednesday night Bible study. So you should definitely come out. I need your videos for the Friday stream if you want me to deliver you food. I haven't gotten a chance to take Dustin and Dallas's orders because I've been kind of busy. But yeah, get your videos into me. It's you have to like find some way to flip or spin a piece of silverware into like a glass or a cup or a mug. It has to flip in the air at least one time. Most creative video will win. So yeah. Oh, also a limit that was put on that is brother and sister can work together, or like brother and brother can work together, sister and sister, but it can only be two. So like I'm not bringing meals to the whole family. All right, just bring it to two of you guys. Submit your videos. Yeah, join the Discord, follow us, and turn on the notification bell so you guys get updates. Watch for our streams on Twitch too. Sometimes we stream on Twitch, sometimes we stream on YouTube. Just kind of depends on how we feel for the night. If you have more questions, let me know. But text me, guys. Text me verses with promises that apply and encourage you, because I want to hear from you guys. All right. Love you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your weekend heading into the beginning of the week. I'm praying for you. Love you. Bye.